Hi, I'm Jody Facina from Inside Strategy, and with only 2 sleeps to go, welcome to my federal election 2022 final prediction. So at the end of the campaign, where are things at? It's a clear choice between the self-described bulldozer in Scott Morrison and the self-described builder in Anthony Albanese. Obviously the question the whole nation is asking is, can Labor win? It's very hard for Labor to win federal elections. They have only won 3 from opposition since World War II. In 1972 with Gough Whitlam, in 1983 with Bob Hawke, and in 2007 with Kevin Rudd. As we all know, the fight for government is won or lost in the marginal seats. And this is where it is very hard for Labor. Of the 16 marginal seats in Australia, on a margin of 3% or less, the Labor Party hold 13 and the government hold 3. That means the opposition need a swing towards them to win of around 3%. The issue though is if you look at the polls, neither party has a primary vote strong enough to win majority government. The basic rule is for the government to win majority government, they need a primary vote with a 4 in front of it. With Labor to win a majority government, they need to have a vote in the high 30s. Neither of the major parties are polling where they would want to be to win majority government. In this election alone on Saturday, Scott Morrison could lose government on the back of the rise of the Teal independents, supported by the Climate 200 movement. It's very interesting. The seats of Goldstein and Kooyong in Victoria, and Wentworth, North Sydney and Mackellar are all in play and under threat from this so-called Teal independents. Why is this the case? Firstly, every candidate in those seats is a successful professional woman in their own right. And this is a deliberate strategy to appeal to what is now the largest demographic voting bloc in Australia, professional women, who reside obviously in those inner city seats. It's also why Scott Morrison hasn't been seen in any of those seats, because if there's one group of women that have turned off the Prime Minister in a big way, if the commentary is to be believed, it's professional women. Let me just talk about the Senate briefly, because regardless of who forms government post-Saturday, neither major party is going to hold a majority in the Senate. For the government, they are facing the prospect of losing some senators, because currently in 5 states they have 3 senators up for re-election, and given where their primary vote is tracking, it is near impossible for them to basically hold 3 senators in 5 states. As I look at it, I can see them at this point on balance losing a 3rd senator in Queensland and a 3rd senator in Tasmania. This would take their total down from 36 to 34, and if they were to lose a senator elsewhere, that would then take them down to 33. Remember, you need 39 votes in the Senate to pass the legislation. There is also a prospect that Labor and the Greens could achieve 38 senators, and this basically forms a blocking stake in the Senate. And if they were to do that on the back of the coalition forming government in the House, they would probably face the most hostile Senate that they possibly could. Final predictions are always hard to make, but here I go. The one prediction I will make is that I cannot see Scott Morrison winning 76 seats and majority government on Saturday night. But as the Prime Minister said in 2019, I believe in miracles. And who knows, maybe a second miracle is in the offering for the Prime Minister come Saturday. If it's not going to be a majority Morrison government, then that tends to obviously the Parliament being hung, and I think there is a better than even chance that then Anthony Albanese would form a minority Labor government, and on a good night for Labor, the possibility is certainly there that he could win 76 or 77 seats and majority government. I'm a political junkie and I just love federal election night. For me, it's like Christmas in winter. This election, though, is certainly one of the most complex I've seen in my 30 years of observing and watching federal elections. And that is mainly driven by the fact that neither political party have the primary vote they need to form a majority government, if the polls are to be believed. Anyway, for those that haven't already pre-polled, enjoy your election night, but more importantly, enjoy your democracy sausage when you go to vote on Saturday.